Chapter 11 of Just for Juniors, Little Talks to Little Folks by Reverend Gerald T. Brennan. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Maria Therese. Chapter 11. The Great Umpire. How many like a good baseball game? Raise your hands. Well, it looks as though you all like baseball. That's fine, because baseball is a great game. It's the great American game. Boys, men, and even girls play baseball, and hundreds of men make their living playing the game. It's a grand sport, a grand game to play, and a great game to watch. Yes, every real boy and girl loves a good game of baseball. Now, I've seen a great many ball games. I've seen the Yankees play, and I've watched the Giants. I've seen the Dodgers, the Reds, the Cubs, and just about every big league team. I've seen Babe Ruth knock home runs, and I've seen the World Series. I've seen good games and bad games. But do you know the games that I liked best? The games that gave me the most fun were played by young boys. I have always liked to watch boys play ball. One of the best ball games I ever saw was between two teams of schoolboys, one called St. Mary's and the other called St. John's. The teams were playing for the championship of the city, and it was certainly a great game. I enjoyed every minute of it. When the game started, both teams were very nervous. They fought hard to win, and there was plenty of excitement. At the end of the fourth inning, neither team had made any hits, and neither side had scored any runs. So you can see that it was a good, tight game. Then in the fifth inning, something happened. The boys from St. Mary's were at bat, and there were 2 outs. The right fielder of St. Mary's picked up his bat and walked to the plate. The first ball pitched was a strike. Then came 2 balls and another strike. So there were 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitcher threw the next ball. The batter swung, hit a grounder, and started for first base. The shortstop scooped up the ball and threw it to first base. Now, it looked to me as though the runner and the ball reached first base at the same time. Was the runner safe, or was he out? Well, we'll leave that to the umpire. The umpire raised his hand and yelled at the top of his voice, "The runner's out!" Of course, the boys from St. Mary's didn't like that, and every boy on the team ran toward first base. "Hey, ump!" they yelled. "He's safe! He's safe!" "The runner's out!" called the umpire again, but the boys insisted that the runner was safe. For several minutes the boys from St. Mary's argued with the umpire, while he just shook his head. Finally, the umpire turned from the boys and yelled again, "The runner's out!" "He's safe! He's safe!" insisted the boys, and then they began to plead, "Aw, ump, why don't you give us a break?" Suddenly the umpire turned and walked back toward the boys from St. Mary's. Raising both arms, he called for silence. "Now listen, boys," began the umpire. "I'm running this game, and I said that the runner is out. I can't help you fellows win. You've got to win yourselves. Talk won't win this game, but runs will. So go out and get yourself some runs." That was pretty good advice. It was good advice for the boys from St. Mary's, and it's good advice for you. Each one of you is trying to win a game. You are fighting hard to beat the devil. In other words, you are trying to save your soul. You must save your soul. You must win this game yourselves, the umpire told the ball players. And in the game of life, you, too, must save your own soul. If you lose your soul, you can't blame anybody. You can't blame God. Talk won't save your soul, and neither will good intentions. Good deeds are the things that count. Whenever you pray, visit a church, go to Mass, go to confession, receive Holy Communion, you do something good. When you obey your parents, when you tell the truth, when you are honest, when you hold back your temper, when you speak clean words and think clean thoughts, when you are kind and help the poor, you do something good for your soul. These are the things that earn grace for your soul, the things that help you save your soul. Every run counts in a ball game, and every run helps your side to win. Every good deed earns grace for your soul, and every good deed counts towards winning heaven. Too many boys and girls think that they are going to save their souls tomorrow or next year. They do a lot of talking, and they have good intentions, but they never get started. That's wrong, and those boys and girls are taking a terrible chance. If they wait too long, perhaps God will never give them the chance to get started. Don't you act that way. Remember, you have only one chance to save your soul, and you have that chance right now. So get started, begin today, and do some good deeds every day. That's the way to save your soul. Remember, in the game of life, God is the great umpire. He watches everything you do. He sees every play, and He decides which boys and girls have won the game. So, if you want to save your soul and win heaven, go out and earn your runs. With good deeds to your credit every day, you're bound to be a winner. End of chapter 11.